The concept of a regression model is to draw a curve, whether it's linear, quadratic, exponential, sine, etc., that passes through data points, or close to the data points. We look for an overall pattern, the direction, form, and strength, and any striking deviations from that pattern. Much of the time, the data points will not lie exactly on one of those curves. However, the data may be close to one of these curves. We focus on linear regression models. The graph below shows our goal when drawing what we call the line of best fit, or the least squares regression model. We have a set of points x, y. X is called the explanatory variable, and variable y is called the response variable. The following is a generic scatter plot and a linear regression model. Okay, so we do not know what x and y represent, and we don't care. Okay, what a residual is. The residual of a data value is the difference between the observed data value on the scatter plot and the predicted value on the line of best fit. We'll estimate the residuals in the above scatter plot. So if we do the observed value minus the predicted, remember the observed value is the actual data point on the scatter plot. The predicted value is the value on the linear model. So that first point, this dot right here, is the observed data value. The value on the line for that same x value is the predicted value. So the difference between those two, it might be around like maybe 17 down to 14. So we might expect that difference, 17 minus 14, to be about 3. Okay, so that first data point has a residual of positive 3. The second data point, that observed value is below the line of where the predicted value is. So there, if you take right around 5 minus 15 or 16, that's a negative residual now, and that distance is about that residual is about negative 10. So if you go through and do that for each of the data points, you notice some of them are above the line, some of them are below the line. So when you do that for each of them, this is what I have. Yours may be a little bit different by like 1 or 2. But you should get residuals fairly close to that. Okay, if you need to pause the video, go ahead. I'm just going to go on and finish it up. The least squares regression line is the line that minimizes the sum of the squares of the residuals. This is essentially producing a line that is closest to the data points. Okay, so what they're doing here is they're looking at the residuals. They want to make you look at those as distances from the line. So what they want to do is make it a positive value by squaring it. So if you do negative 10 squared, you get positive 100. So what the line of best fit does, or the least squares regression line, you want to minimize the sum of those squares of the residuals. And the smaller that sum is, the closer the line is to the data points in general.